For weeks, I have searched for knowledge. Every hour of every day, I spent training in the temples of the Himalayan mountains. I have prayed, I have meditated, and most importantly, I have ascended. I have studied the ways of the Chosen One and learned the most deadliest technique in history. I have learned the art of the agenda. There is no form of propaganda stronger than the agenda. This technique has the power to manipulate and mind control the masses. If a dictator were to acquire these methods, they would achieve worldwide domination in weeks. There are a few set rules to unleash a powerful agenda onto the world. Rule number 1, if you repeat a lie through a funny meme, it becomes the truth. Rule number 2, there are no other rules, just make it funny. In order for you to fully understand the way of the agenda, you must go through its long history of examples. Starting with the most recent example, McDonald's Deku. Before My Hero Academia ended, it was revealed that Deku had lost One for All. This led to the confusion of many fans. If this is the story about how he became the greatest hero, why is he quirkless at the end? How is Deku going to become a hero now? Or is he going to work another job? What job would that be? And then out of nowhere, an agenda was started. Twitter user GG_Doki posted artwork at Deku working at McDonald's. The post quickly became viral and spawned thousands of memes that showcased Deku working at minimum wage jobs. The world's greatest hero, the man who stopped the strongest villain the world has ever seen, should be living in luxury. But the idea of him becoming some wagey is fucking hilarious. All that training, all that saving, all those broken bones and blood wasted frying burgers in the end. Now mind you, Deku canonically becomes a teacher after losing his powers, but the agenda just grew too powerful. It didn't matter what Horikoshi wrote. Deku is now seen as the fry cook hero. If you need your fries crispy, just call up Deku. He'll even work a double shift to ensure his status of Employee of the Month. But that's not all. Many fans were waiting for Deku and Uraraka to get together. But fans have noticed that Uraraka didn't seem to be romantically involved with Deku after he lost his quirk. So Deku didn't just become the world's greatest lunch lady, but he was also the world's greatest cuck. They were saying Uraraka got piped by Bakugo. They were saying she was getting digged down by Ida. They were saying she was catching strokes from Todoroki, all while Deku watched. The way the agenda was describing her, you would think she was a succubus slurping down the souls of every guy in UA. Horikoshi made a grave mistake not confirming this relationship. This is Deku's legacy now. He is the Sneeko of shonen anime. Now, MHA isn't the only series to be influenced by the agenda. Jujutsu Kaisen has some agendas of its own.
Look, up in the sky, it's a bird. It's a plane.
Nah, nigga, it's potential, man. When Megumi was crashing out in season 1, everyone was gassing him up. Not me though, I would never. But ever since then, he's been hit with the fraud allegations. Every time, and I mean every time, Megumi is in a bad situation, he will summon his Mouseketeil. In the very first episode, he tries to summon Mahoraga. We don't even know his character yet, but he's already trying to sacrifice himself. Almost every fight, he'll hit that fuck ass pose. This nigga will even summon in promotional advertisements. Bro, put it away! Nobody is after you right now. I feel like Megumi would summon Mahoraga for human level threats. Hello? Oh, are you Megumi Fushiguro? Oh yeah, that's me. Well, you haven't paid your rent in months and I'm here to hand you your eviction notice. With this treasure, I summon— Megumi isn't the only JJK agenda victim. The next one comes from the manga. Now, I would warn you about spoilers, but JJK fans are some spoiler demons. You've probably been spoiled already. If you were to look up the words femboy farmer, you would get images of Kashimo. When he was introduced, he was hyped up as a threat, but after getting chopped up by Sukuna, he's been seen as a fraud. Then the agenda shifted to him, becoming a farmer, but then due to his feminine appearance, he's been reduced to being a femboy. They were calling this man breedable. They drew him with wide hips, with his booty tooted up, ready for penetration. Imagine this being your goal. Every time you try to defend him, he gets betrayed as a Diddy disciple, a butt buddy, a femboy fatale. At that point, you just gotta admit he's a fraud. JJK fans have some pretty powerful agendas, but they can't compare to the agendas of One Piece fans. One Piece fans are practically the originators of the agenda. They have produced some of the funniest memes today. There isn't any other fandom that can rival them in quality or quantity. The sheer amount of agendas produced couldn't be covered all in one video. So instead, I'm gonna focus on two agendas that I believe are the most dominant in their prime. First, let's talk about the Fraud Hawk agenda. Mihawk bears the title of the strongest swordsman, and for the longest time people believed it. But the way fans switched up on him overnight was hilarious. When that fan art of Mihawk painting his sword hit the community, Mihawk's status has not recovered since. He's been recoding his sword with black paint every time he's off screen. It's been over a year and people are still clowning on him. He wouldn't be getting clowned like this if he had more legitimate feats to his belt. This man was spawn camping East Blue fodder for shits and giggles. At least let them niggas finish the tutorial, bro. Like let him rock. Oda made that double page spread with the most important characters. Mihawk was left out of the photo shoot. They must have forgotten to invite him. But at least he fought Shanks multiple times. Unlike this bum, useless mid, he is undeniably a fraud. This man got embarrassed by Shanks. He thought things were going to be sweet. He thought he was that guy, but then he got humbled. They should have killed him off in that same episode. Nobody would have missed him. How do you expect to put up a fight against Shanks when your hockey can't even take out fodder? I swear this man is a chopper victim. This is easily the most deserving agenda out of all of them. Now, One Piece fans may have created the agenda, but they didn't start the most powerful one. This agenda was so legendary that it actually became true. Of course, I am talking about the Kagurabachi agenda. This agenda literally came out of nowhere. There was a point where you couldn't scroll on TikTok without seeing this nigga right here. People were glazing this manga as a joke. It was basically the anime version of the Morbius meme. Kagurabachi was better than your favorite anime. Kagurabachi was gonna sell 1 billion copies. Kagurabachi was better than getting pussy. It got to the point where the author was surprised by how many people were glazing it. I kind of felt bad because I thought this series was gonna get axed. But then the craziest thing happened. That shit actually became a success. It's one of the most promoted series in shonen right now. People started to unironically enjoy reading it. There's so many high quality fan animations and the series hasn't even hit 50 chapters yet. This means that Kagurabachi is the greatest piece of literature of our time. Enough time has passed. Every nation on earth is going to call for world peace just so they can have time to read Kagurabachi. Soon, it will become law to mandate daily Kagurabachi reading to children. They're going to start a religion worshiping Kagurabachi. You know what? I'ma name my son Kagurabachi.